Hi everyone, Brian Valerio, Vice President in the Proxy Solicitation Group at Alliance Advisors, and today I want to talk about Nina Trentmann of the Wall Street Journal's article that she wrote over the weekend titled Shareholders Feel Muted as Companies Switch to Virtual-Only Meetings, in which she articulates some of the concerns that shareholders have expressed regarding virtual annual meetings. These concerns essentially boil down to arguments about the lack of ability to ask questions and the lack of ability to interact among other shareholders when an annual meeting or a special meeting is held in a virtual-only platform. And I think that hybrid meetings may prove to be the standard going forward because hybrid meetings combine many of the best components of both in-person meetings and virtual meetings. There are many investors who actually appreciated the switch to virtual meetings this season because it alleviated the need for them to travel and it opened up the ability for them to attend the meeting from their home or their office, which would then free up additional time for them throughout the day. Issuers also appreciated the ability to hold virtual-only meetings, many for some of the same reasons that the investors appreciated the ability to attend the meeting from anywhere, so it freed up the ability for non-local executives and directors to attend the meeting easily without having to travel. And we also may find that given the success of these virtual meetings this year and the fact that there were a good number of investors that actually appreciated it, it might be hard for an issuer to go back to an only in-person meeting going forward. They may feel pressure from some of their investors to have a virtual component so that it could ease up the ability for some of these investors that like the virtual component to attend without having to go ahead and travel to the location of the in-person meeting. But there are also some institutional investors and some investor advocacy groups that prefer the in-person meetings. So it seems like it's going to be hard for these issuers to get away from having an in-person component because they might have pressure from some of these organizations, namely the Council for Institutional Investors, or the CII. They find that they believe, I should say, that in-person meetings increase the accountability of the management and the board of directors. So for that reason, some institutional investors, proxy advisory firms, and the Council for Institutional Investors prefer having an in-person component. So it seems like the hybrid meeting may solve some of these issues and may satiate some of the constituents' concerns and mitigate some of these concerns going forward. And that is why it may be the best option moving forward. So Nina's article is a great article and it's a quick read. I have a link to the article below so that you can read it if you want to take a look at her full piece. And please let me know if you have any questions about virtual meetings, in-person meetings, or the hybrid component. Thanks. See you all soon.